Afternoon, good evening, and good night. You're here with Windy City Meeple and host Kyle Hezzy. I'm here to do a little unboxing video for us today. Tonight I have Aquatica, Simple Diving, and Deep Strategies. I know the camera quality here probably isn't as good as where I'd like it to be, but being this is the first unboxing video and more things to come, we'll make sure we do what we can to improve the quality. So this one caught my eye because I love ocean games and anything to do with being underwater. So this one's really neat. It seems like it's all about you're an underwater kingdom and you're trying to basically rise these civilizations and these ruins from the ocean and trying to get victory points while kind of building that tableau in front of you. I'm sure we'll have reviews to come in the future. Again, anything that has kind of sea creatures and that on the box just kind of blows me in. I can put this on my wall and really kind of show it off. Just loving that kind of underwater theme. So we got some promo cards that came on it. Being this was an Amazon purchase, I really wasn't expecting anything extra, so it's definitely a plus. Looks like just a couple character cards here. I think these are ones you can use to alter the game, kind of your starting kind of like hero or leader, and each one kind of has a different ability kind of on them. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what's inside the box. All right, so we got a couple cards on front. All right, so we got some spare cards here. It looks like there is some things to replace, maybe a little errata that was done after printing error. Yeah, let's open it up and just take a look. So again, just kind of two more of those like hero cards. So maybe just some slightly difference in them. Maybe we'll take a look. Again, I don't have the camera quality today to really dive in farther. The box looks like it has a nice insert. We got kind of our world map here. And then you see we'll have different victory point conditions kind of at the top. We have our locations that we're trying to raise up from the depths that will kind of go on this spot. And you kind of get a market of cards to buy in your hand. So you got that tableau building in front of you of kind of trying to raise these different communities from the depths and kind of, I guess, make them be part of your kingdom. At the same point, you kind of have a little bit of a hand management. I wouldn't say there's a huge element on deck construction, but you are buying cards and putting them directly into your hand, and there's a discard, and you can get some of those back. So there's a minor bit of deck construction, but really it's trying to build some combos kind of with that tableau in front of you. So that's the board. Put that off to the side. So we have our rule book. Table of contents, always a plus. And this artwork's pretty cool, that ocean theme. Again, that just kind of sucks me in. Would be nice to see like a quick reference on the back, but we got some special things there, so that's kind of cool to see as well. So I showed those kind of victory conditions before at the top. This is just ways to kind of alter it to kind of keep the game a little fresh, right? To have some few different victory conditions that you can go for. This is cool. These are the player boards. So again, we talked a little bit about you're trying to raise these cities up from the deep. So when you gather a city, whether you conquer it or buy it, you kind of put it into this bottom here. And you're actually going to be raising kind of the card up and through, kind of a different way to do things. And I think it's really cool. I'm really excited to try it out because the way that, again, we're not going to get into game mechanics here today. That's not the video, but the way these cards slide up, it basically allows you to get combos to get more strength to conquer or to be able to recruit more. So again, it's really that tableau building with a cool, let's slide things up under my dashboard. And, if I slide up here and then over here, maybe it will let me buy this character. And you could have very small turns where you're doing one action, or you can end up having a turn where this one causes you to trigger this one, that causes you to score this one, that allows you to buy a character and conquer this city, right? So a lot of different kind of options. So nice to see that. Again, we got the player boards here, the 4 of them, so that's fantastic. And then I think what I'm really impressed with is just how clear and nice this tray is. It's so wonderful when you can be able to put things back in the box, and it looks like there's definitely tons of room here if you wanted to sleeve the cards, which is fantastic. So this is cool. Most games have some kind of a resource in that you use, right? So this one you have mantas, and it literally is like a little tiny manta ray, which is really cool. And on one side, they'll have kind of a symbol, and then like this one here says +1 and then shows coin. Again, I don't think that camera is going to pick that up, unfortunately, but it will allow you to get 1 coin. And when you use it, you kind of flip the manta over to show that it's exhausted or not. So again, just a really cool way, you know, instead of just giving you points on a piece of paper, you get to play with these little mantas. There's 4 starting ones that you get, and then there's a bunch of other cool abilities and stuff you can get through raising those locations that I talked about. Again, I won't open everything in there. There's just a lot more of those manta rays. So we got another deck of cards here, and these are those locations. Again, beautiful art here, just kind of underwater volcanoes on these ones. Just kind of flip through. We got some old civilization. We got a shark there, just cool stuff, right? And just so I can show what I was talking about before, when you get the player board, you kind of, as soon as you gather it, you know, you can either fight to get it or pay to get it, but you'll start sliding these up through. And then there's different symbols that allow you to do different things, right? And as long as there's a symbol there, at any point on your turn, you can say, I want to do that ability, and then you'll slide it up. And if you have a blank, you kind of got to find a way to get around it, because you can't just push up blanks, but anything that has a symbol on it, as long as there's an available action, you can do that. And once you get to the very end, you can see here, there's a little manta symbol. So I can add another manta to my reserve that does the raise 1 ability here as well. And then you're going to need to find a card that lets you score this. So this one's 5 victory points. So really you're just kind of playing through the game and then trying to get the most victory points while getting to set up some fun combos with some beautiful art. So that's a light form of the game in the nutshell. These are the 2 cards here that allow you to have your different actions from your deck. So these ones here are your starting cards for the 4 players. Again, I could go through those, but with the camera quality we have, you're not going to see all that beautiful art. So we'll just kind of keep that closed for now. And then we have the cards that you would purchase throughout the game. Again, you can see it's just a small deck of cards for the 4 players. So again, this isn't a super complex, heavy, you know, we have 1,000 cards in our game, but it looks really fun. And then building that tableau and that combo in front of you. And then lastly, we have the different kind of hero characters that you can have to start off the game with. I will open this one because I'm curious about those changes. Mara, the Shandy. Some cool stuff here. So Soul the Great unflips all mantas and says scout action. So I'm just curious. I know he was one of the great ones before. Now he says unflip all mantas, scout, and play 1 character. So it looks like maybe there's a couple cards they improved the strength of. So I'm going to go ahead and replace that right now, as the little note told me to do so. And then the other one was this mermaid looking girl here. So she was replaced as well. The original one says all players discard 1 character. And then the improved one says all characters discard a character, copy the effect of 1 of them. So again, I think they're just making a couple of those characters a little bit stronger. So we'll add those into our crown cards with those couple promos we got, which is awesome. So again, I'm just going to slide these cards back in here. Here's the tray. Is there a sneaky thing under the tray? Nope, just the empty box. So again, this insert's built really wonderful. You can see here that the box is shaped in the manta, which is so fun. For when I do kind of empty these out, they can kind of go nicely back in that tray. We'll kind of put those locations in. Player board's back. Yeah, this fits in the box so nicely. Back with the guide. And then the world bit on top. And that was Aquatica. So really excited to give this one a try. Hopefully we'll have a review one day. And again, my name is Kyle Hezzy with Windy City Meeples. Thanks for spending time today. Take it easy.